PPVs or pickup platform vehicles are selling like hotcakes, and that shouldn't be a mystery because given our road and weather conditions, who can resist the high ground clearance these vehicles have to offer? However, each manufacturer has their own version of these vehicles, and they're basically made with the same ingredients. A body-on-frame platform with a diesel engine that can seat 7 people. So the question is, since they practically share the same DNA, does any one of them actually stand out? Well, today we look at the recently updated Ford Everest to see what sets it apart. The changes to the exterior of the updated Everest are quite subtle. Both the grille and bumper have been revised up front. The most obvious revision to the exterior would be the updated rims. But don't think that's where it ends because the biggest change actually lies beneath its skin. Under the hood, you now get the 2-liter bi-turbo engine, which is the same motor that powers the Ranger Raptor. Power output is a class-leading 210 horsepower with 500 Nm of torque. As the bi-turbo badge suggests, the Everest engine uses 2 turbos in sequence. A smaller turbo kicks in early in the rev range, followed by another turbo as engine speed increases. This new engine uses piezoelectric injectors to spray fuel and its crankshafts are slightly offset. What all this mumbo-jumbo means is that this new engine is more refined. It is mated to a 10-speed automatic which now comes with a gear selector. The new engine and transmission combo affords higher redline aside from more power and torque compared to the previous 3.2-liter engine, which all translates to a more engaging drive, especially when putting your foot down. For hardcore off-roaders, the Everest has hill descent control and an electronic locking rear diff, which allows you to send all the power to the rear wheels. The interior of the Ford Everest is not exactly what you'd call radical. But by no means is that a bad thing, because it definitely isn't dull or boring in here. The Everest cabin consists of a mix of subtle contrasts and stitched leather. You'd see that the dashboard, soft touch, although there are harder plastics at the bottom, everything feels durable and solid. Even the buttons are nice to the touch. It may look rather conventional or even dated due to its rectangular design cues, but the use of modern-day switches and its plentiful amenities more than makes up for it. Now, the sheer number of buttons here may at first seem quite overwhelming, but once you get acquainted with them, trust me, it isn't rocket science. As for the infotainment, that comes to you as an 8-inch touchscreen that uses the Ford Sync 3 system. This screen houses your audio and HVAC controls. The sound system has tweeters and mids on each door, plus a nicely integrated subwoofer at the back. Audio playback is a little bass-heavy, but it is easily fixed through the audio settings. The screen also acts as a hub for various car settings such as adjustments for your ambient lighting. You get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as standard. The second row has plenty of head and legroom. You even get niceties such as power outlets, climate controls, and nicely flushed air vents to keep you cool. The third row is easily accessible even for an average-sized guy with a beer belly, as seen on this video. Now, you don't have to be a contortionist to fit here, but it would be a good idea to sit in the first or second row if you like riding business class. At this point, it may still seem as if the Everest is no different than other run-of-the-mill PPVs. So it is probably a good time to start talking about its features, because this thing is loaded with bells and whistles. For starters, you get a huge panoramic sunroof, electronic folding third row seats, power adjustable front driver and passenger seats, an electronic tailgate that doesn't even require you to use your hands. You also have one-touch power windows for all doors, which you can control via the key fob. The side mirrors are also power folding and come with puddle lamps. You also get Park Assist, which takes care of steering for you when parallel parking. And if you think this is it, we're not even close. The Everest also has adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, autonomous emergency braking, hill launch assist, and active noise cancellation. Yes, active noise cancellation, which uses microphones to detect noise so that opposing sound waves can be released to counteract those unwanted sounds, making the interior space a more cozy and comfortable place to be in. If you're in the market for a PPV and also happen to be a junkie for features and performance, make sure you check out the Ford Everest. Don't take it at face value, because as much as one can appreciate its timeless simplicity on the surface, it has even more to offer beneath its skin.